Gemarago enyo ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago na-echago ebubago na-echago ogene ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago everywhere ebubago na-echago ọ na-echago ọ na-echago ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago mụnụ na-akpọ ego eme ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago kpọmụgoyo ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago 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 ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago ebubago na-echago naanụ ka ekwe na-akpọ mmọnwụ na-echago ebubago na-echago bịa zaa gị okwu nna kpọghị mgbe ebubago na-echago ọbịa nwanda bụ nwata ụzọ maọbụ site ọ bụ ka o mere ihe ilu ajụjụ ka ọ jụ ojejuo sika na mma ya jụ ya ewi mba nsịka ka ọ ya ajụ ọ bụghị ewi ka ọ ya ajụ good God ezigbo Chukwu mmadụ na ya nkọ na gịnị na-eme ọ bụ ka o mere ihe ilu ị maara na ihe ekwunyere agara ịga ọ napụrụ agụ ihe ọ kpọrọ ọnụ ekere mgbada ọnụ egwu usoro n'ego ahụ na-ekwu mmọnwụ chee nwa nkwenye na anụ ka ekweta akpa m nganga okorobịa ọkwa ego bụ nwa mebiri onye ọbụla ka ego ọkpa aka onye ọbụla ka ego ọkpa onye ọnwụ na-atụ egwu n'elu ụwa ọ bụ na onye ji anwụrụ ya ọnwụ gịnị na egwu na ire ndị ọcha ịma na ọ bụ ihe onye gere ọja nwụọ ọkwa ihe okwu na-eri just ihe okwu na-eri but many people think it's real fear of death and other bullshit ịma na ọ napụrụ Ogidimba. Yes, that's how we roll. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth, because it's our life. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are. Life is great. Don't worry about anything that is disturbing you. You are greater than that. You surpass all of them. No condition is permanent, but you are permanent. Understand that. There is no condition that is greater than you. There is no word that is greater than you. There's no thought that is greater than you. There's no action, deed that is greater than you. Know yourself and know that you matter. You have great value. And wherever you are not valued, get away from there. If they don't value you there, why are you like bothering them? Going there, continuously going there. Just live your life. The reason why you have this your two leg is for you to walk away from toxic relationship, walk away from toxic village meeting, toxic kinsman meeting, toxic yard meeting, whatever meeting is or gathering they call it, where you know you are being disrespected. Especially they keep doing that maybe because they think you don't have money or you don't believe what they believe. Then why are you still going there? Or you're going there so when you die, you will see people that will bury you. Think now. Before he died, this guy from my village came to me when I went to Umuahia from America here to Umuahia for missionary work. Many of you have forgotten that. I announced it on Facebook here, and I went for missionary work. Was it 2015 or something like that? In Umuahia, I was staying in a Victor place, and this guy came to my house. Before he died, he said to me, because he's a strong Christian, when he born again Christian, not all these quack born again Christians. In my village, he's one of the people Scripture Union converted when they enter my village. Okay. So he came, we were talking, he said, listen, even pastors have been asking him to come and join them to open ministry because he's zealous. He so much want to be as Jesus taught. He said, and many people worried about like when they die, what will happen? He said he don't care. If he die, if they don't bury him, the body will begin to smell. They'll be forced to bury the body. But think about it. Why are we worried about things that doesn't make sense, things that doesn't matter? We take them too serious. That is why we have all these spirituality religions everywhere. People taking too serious what they don't supposed to take serious. The only thing you're supposed to take serious is what works for us. Did you hear what I said? I didn't say what works for you. Say what works for us. If it's working only for you, it is evil. It is erroneous. You don't supposed to continue in it unless you are part of that evil. The same thing goes with corruption. If you are part of corruption, you will be doing corruptible things or doing corrupt things everywhere. But if you are not part of corruption, you will be kicking against corruption. It is unfortunate that today majority of people are on the side of corruption. Majority of people are on the side of what is not serious. Majority of people are on the side of spirituality instead of reality. Majority of people are on the side of religion instead of reality. And you keep wondering, why are we suffering unnecessarily? Why this thing not working? It's because we are taking what is not serious seriously. What is not real, we're taking it seriously. Because we saw it in our head, in the vision of our head. We think it's real. It must be real. How dare you doubt what I saw? I saw it. I experienced it. How dare you? And you see people hating and killing unbelievers for their faith. For your faith, you are killing unbelievers. For what you believe, you are killing unbelievers. When you are drowning, no believer or unbeliever will save you. It's just person like you. Believe is bullshit. That thing that make you think other people are unbelievers is evil. We don't supposed to believe anything in the first place. We need to know everything. Everything. Okay, so today I'm sharing with us what I titled Benefits of Spirituality. It's like a question. Is there any benefits of spirituality? I'm sharing it because I've been talking about spirituality lately. Always I talk about spirituality, especially African spirituality. I told you my stand when it comes to African spirituality and religion. I say if you're an African that say you want to believe or worship something, then stick with your African spirituality. Why are you taking foreign religions or foreign spirituality? Use your own. But we have been so mentally enslaved, through education and all these institutions they put in our land. Thinking outside that box is too hard. We don't see reality outside belief. We don't see reality outside faith. We don't see reality outside spiritual world. We don't see spirituality outside our head. So we want to force that one outside to match or to be what we see in our head. It's unfortunate. Majority of people are on the side of make-believe. If you say you want to believe as an African, then believe your own African thing now. Why are you believing Israel one? Why are you believing European one? Why are you believing foreign ones? How about your own? The same way we bearing their names, they are not bearing our names. They are not, but we are. And you still see some Africans argue, no, it doesn't matter the name you bear. What that main thing that matters, you say it doesn't matter. But what does not matter, he says it matters. Imagine your own identity, which is like the name that you're supposed to have your own. You not only have your corrupted own, you also have their corrupted own too. You put them together as your first name and the middle name. Then your African family name is the last name. But that's supposed to be your first name. In fact, when you're talking about name, you're not supposed to be bearing, this is my personal name. No. Unless Elias. You are known by your family name. Not by the one you claim or the one you say you know, by your family name. That's why before they will tell you, don't bring shame to the family name, not to your name, not to your parents' name, no, to family name. We have abandoned that part a lot in the name of, we are educated now. But educated Africans are bearing European names, including the one they claim to be African names, but they don't know that it's already corrupted by the Europeans or foreigners, Arabs and Europeans. Whether in Christianity or Islam, in African traditionalists, they are bearing. Check all the native doctors we have in Africa, they have Christian or Muslim name. Check it very well. Check it. Even some of them that don't have it, you see them, they are quoting either from Bible or Quran. Why? Because they taught them that in school. Although their father or their family were pagans, as they call them, or traditionalists. But traditionalists answering Emmanuel, Shadrach, John, Alexander, especially from the part of Roman Catholic people. Oh man, a lot. Because they're the one that converted most Libyans when they came to Africa. Nature is not extraterrestrial. I remember when they're talking about like angels, talking about our spirit or, extraterrestrial. It's beyond the earth, it's beyond the natural. How do you know it's beyond the natural? Because you lack knowledge of it. That's why you think it's beyond natural. And they tell you, you cannot know all things. They limited you. Education limited you. When other people educate you, they limit you. They teach you what they want you to know. You cannot know what you need to know by other people educating you. Look at Africa today. Look at Africans. The nature which we are part of is not of spiritual world. It's not of spiritual origin. It's not anything supernatural origin. No. Spiritual things are the result of illusion, delusion, and hallucinations. You hear people in ordinary African spirituality say that, oh no, Christianity, spirituality is not religion. Now, Christian people tell you Christianity is not a religion, but in their Bible, Christianity is considered a spiritual thing also. And the people that are in African stuff that said it's not religion, they also believe in gods. So you ask them, what is the definition of religion? they will tell you no. They tell you what they want it to be. But according to people that gave us religion, religion is defined as the belief in God or gods as the creator and the controller of this world and everything we can see, which is all lie. We are not creatures. We are living beings. We are born. We can only be born. We cannot be created and we cannot be destroyed. We are the eternal life. Another word for eternal life is natural life. Natural, real life. God is not real. Spirit is not real. That your ancestors, you believe, died long time, is not real. There's no way you can go and see them. Africans, wake up. Let us stop taking spiritual things seriously. It's supposed to be for like fairy tales, folklore, story by moonlight, and all that. It's something just for entertainment. It has nothing to do with enlightenment. What enlightens you will help you to for innovation and invention. It will help you to achieve great things in life. It will help you to improve the quality of life or quality of living. Spirituality and religion cannot do that. They only delude you. They make you think your stupidity is the truth. In Job chapter 4, welcome to Bible study. When you're talking about spirits, because many of us believe there is spirit. Why? Because I see it in the dream, in the vision. I see the spirit. The spirit of my father came to me last night. My father died a long time ago. His spirit came to me and he told me so things. And I see it happen. No. Even in the Bible, they call it familiar spirit. It's familiar, but it's not real. It's not the real person. It's not the real thing. It's all in your head. You cannot see it in your room. You cannot see it in your reality. You can only see it in your head. Job chapter 4. See how it goes. This thing will explain to you how this thing goes. They copy it and put it here for you to understand. It's not a new, whatever you're saying or doing about spirituality is not a new thing. Now a word was secretly brought to me. Come on, John chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Word. Both spirituality, religion, all of them started with I heard a voice, I heard a word, the truth came to me. That's why you see spiritual people say their own belief is the truth. Religious people say their own faith is the truth. But there is no truth in belief and faith. Both belief and the faith lack the truth. You cannot find the truth in faith and belief. It's impossible. There's no truth in spirituality. There's no truth in religion because they are based on belief. They are belief systems. Now a word was secretly brought to me, and my ear received a whisper of it. Audio God. Audible voice. I heard a voice. I can't see the form. That's what they call spirit. It does not exist. It's the voice you hear in your head, and it's called schizophrenia. In disquieting thoughts from the visions of the night, listen. In disquieting thoughts from the visions of the night, when deep sleep falls on men, fear came upon me, and trembling, which made all my bones shake. You say there is one God. He said you did well. He said even demons believe and tremble. James chapter 2 verse 19. And he says, fear came upon me and trembling, which made all my bones shake. When deep sleep falls on men, come on, say dreams, visions, revelations, trance, all that. Just show you how it comes. The one they call trance, your eyes can be wide open and you saw it, but it is not real. It is called trance. Like the one they tell you in Acts of Apostles, I think chapter 10, where they say Peter was on the top of roof and the heaven opened, he saw a sheet of abominable animals coming down in a trance. If you read there, we tell you it was in a trance. He was praying in a trance. He was praying in vision. If you have not fasted for a long time, I mean dry fasting, like dry fasting, 3 days dry fasting, if you have not experienced that, you won't understand what is called illusion, delusion, and hallucination. You'll be seeing things. That's why it seems like the people that say they are spiritual, they are having revelations because they always fast. Fasting. That's why they know when you fast, you begin to see spiritual things. It's delusion, hallucination, and illusion, misinterpretation of what is real. That's what you are doing. Misidentification. Oh yeah, they are UFO. Unidentified. Just the word alone will tell you is they say it's unidentified. That you cannot identify it does not mean it is spirit. It is spirit or it's a spiritual thing. There to identify it. Your brain is invisible. Can you see your brain? No. But if you take step further, can you see your brain? Yes. So if that thing is real, there is a way you can see it. And it's open for everybody, not for selected few, not for one person. If a scientist say he saw something, everyone should be able to see it. He won't tell you, oh, you need spiritual eyes to see it. No, if you need telescope or any tools, it's supposed to be available. Especially when you claim that God created everyone, and not everybody has spiritual eyes. Spirit created me, and but I have carnal eyes. You have spiritual one, and the carnal one. You have two, I have one. I used to preach that as a pastor. Oh, I'm a spiritual being and I'm a carnal being, because Bible taught me that nonsense. I'm not. I am carnal being, eternal carnal being. I can never be spiritual being. Verse 15. Then a spirit passed before my face. Remember, a spirit cannot be seen. According to you can hear the voice of the spirit, but you cannot see the form. Then how do you know a spirit passed in front of you? He said, then a spirit passed before my face. How about if it's a million spirits, but you're saying it's one, a spirit? What of if it's zillions? How did you make it one? Huh? What do you use to measure it to be one spirit or two or three? But he said one. He said a spirit passed before my face. The hair on my body stood up. Goosebumps, right? Goosebumps, that's what they call it. The hair on my body stood up. All the hair on the body stood up because spirit passed. It's too still. The spirit is too still, so my hair maybe is the antenna. The signal, okay, stand up. But I could not discern its appearance. That's everyone that is spiritual, believe in spirituality, they will always come up with this type of thing in every argument. There's a spirit, but I cannot discern its appearance. I cannot tell you actually what, because if you bring two people that believe in spirit and tell them to define that spirit, separate them, they will give you different definitions. They will never agree. There's no agreement in religion and the beliefs and the spirituality. That's why people have different ones. Okay, I believe this one is my God. Oh no, that one is my God. Blah blah blah. There's no God that has shown up to say, okay, yeah, it's me. I could not discern its appearance. A form was before my eyes. Remember, a spirit does not supposed to have form. God don't supposed to have form. But he said, a form was before my eyes. There was silence. Then I heard a voice saying, couldn't say any other thing, just a form is standing like effigy. Okay, that's Lot's wife, the pillar of salt. He stood there. He could not do anything for me. He could not solve my problem. He could not give me the money I need. He could not pay my bills. He cannot pay my rent. But I heard a voice saying, is that voice coming from the spirit or from somewhere else? The voice in your head. Then I heard a voice saying, can a mortal, this is how they create doctrines. After they see visions and dreams and all that. Remember I say a word came to me. The truth came to me. This is the word, the voice he heard. He said, can a mortal be more righteous than God? They cannot show you God. They say God created you. Then they say that you are mortal. God is immortal. Then they ask you, can a mortal be more righteous than God? That's the nonsense they had in their vision, in their dream, in their revelations. It's not in reality. He said, can a mortal be more righteous than God? Number one, a mortal, nobody's supposed to be righteous. And we are not mortals. I am not mortal. And I am not righteous. Another word for righteous is religious. And there is no God. Say, can a mortal be more righteous than God? It's not applicable to me. It's to religious people. That's why they tell you their God is holy, they are unholy. They always going to their God as unholy, and they blame Satan, say Satan is the one that caused them unholy, and ask God to forgive them, and they deal with the Satan, and ask God also to deal with the Satan. Satan is still remaining there, and these people daily, they keep doing the same wrong thing, or what is making them unholy. Still going to that God. He say again, can a man be more pure than his maker? No man has a maker. Nobody can make you. You are unmakeable. You cannot be created. No, true. It doesn't matter. Many of you, oh, my mother is my God. Your mother is not your God. Your father is not your God. No God is your God. You are not a creature. You are not a property that can be made. He said, can a man be more pure than his maker? This is the mentality of spiritual and religious people. They think there's a higher being that is holier than them, better than them, greater than them, wiser than them. Yet these higher beings is not helping you to solve your real problems. You say he made you spiritual and natural or carnal, but you are suffering carnally, and you claiming you are rich spiritually. You are stupid. That same God is supposed to make you rich spiritually and physically or carnally. This is how they come up with all that doctrines, telling you, oh, a man should not do this, a woman should not do that. This is how they come up with that. He said, if this stupid God puts no trust in his servants, watch, if he charges his angels with error, how much more those who dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, who are crushed before a moth. These people are stupid. How can you say God created somebody and you say that the foundation of that person is in the dust? And God created that person in his own image and likeness. Think now, these people, think. Why would God charge his angels with error? He's the one that created them. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 1 says, children, be imitators of God. If you are children of God, you're supposed to be like God. If God is holy, you are holy. Stop believing the lie, oh, Satan make you unholy. No. Or sin made you unholy. No. If you are a child of God, like begets like. Yeah, God cannot be holy and you unholy. This is nonsense. They made up from the visions and revelation. They come up with all these doctrines. Oh, your body is a clay. It doesn't last. It's like grass. It's a lie. You hear about organ harvesting, right? Selling human body parts. And you still think your body is weak. You still think it's not powerful. You still think there is God that is greater than your body. Come on, know the power of your past at least. If your body is weak, they won't need it for any ritual. They won't need it for any sacrifice. They won't need it for any worship. They won't need it for any belief or for any faith. Know the power you have or you are. You are powerful more than any God. They are broken in pieces from morning till evening. There's no sense you see religious people talking or spiritual people. They perish forever with no one regarding. Does not their own excellence go away? They die even without wisdom, which is a lie. We don't die, and we are always wise. Yes, we know what to do always, and we do things always. We are always wise. Did I say we are always right? Because it's not needed in nature. Right and wrong is not part of nature. It's all this belief nonsense with evil people that brought all this government system we have now. They are the one that brought right and wrong, good and evil. They tell you negative and positive is opposite. It's not. It's not. In nature, all we have is negative and positive, and negative is not bad. Positive is not good. No, both of them are nature and are working together. The negative is useless without positive, and the positive is useless without negative. They are not fighting against one another. Just like the negative and the positive wire that give you the light, you say electric light. They are not fighting against each other. When you tell them they spark, no, they're telling you, yeah, put us together, we can create light. But because it's shocking, it's not anything bad. There's nothing wrong in nature, and there's nothing right in nature. Everything in nature is natural, is perfect. Say they die, even with it. That's why you see people believing, oh, because you don't believe in my God, you will die. No, the only people that dies in ignorance are believers, people that believe in God. People in spirituality and religion, they die in ignorance because they believe without seeing. They believe without knowing. They stop at believing. I believe, therefore, that's where I stand. You tell them, but you can know. When you know, you will not be suffering the way you're suffering anymore. You say, no. It is the will of God. God will reward me when I die. That's why I see some of our parents or some people wasting their life and resources in spirituality and religion, thinking that when they die, there's benefit. Oh, on the day of judgment, I will not be punished. Let us stop believing that nonsense. I was born the same way you were born, and you think because of what you do, you will inherit better place than me? We all are in this together. The earth is our eternal source and the home. There's no place we are going from this place. This is our place. We came from here and we are here. There's no beginning, there's no ending. It is our eternal home. It doesn't matter the form we take. We are part of nature, and nature is eternal. Nature is perfect. There's no imperfection in you, unless you believe you are spiritual or religious. Spirit is a figment of imagination, also known as imaginary, made up, or make believe, or not real, or not real. It's not real. Spirit is not real. Soul is not real. God is not real. Heaven is not real. Hell is not real, or hellfire is not real. No matter, listen, we want you to demonstrate it, not to express it. All they have is expression. They're expressing the emotions or feelings. But they cannot demonstrate it. Oh, my God can do all things. Then let us see it. Demonstrate to us that your God can do all things. Can your God make you to walk on the water? Can your God make you to walk on the air? Can your God make you fly? You don't have wings. Fly, let's see. Huh? It's a figment of your imagination. It's a make-believe and not real. It can be demonstrated, but express. You can express. You can tell us all your stories. Tell us all your experience you have in your dream, in your visions, and so what. So why do you need my money now as offering or tithe? Why do you need my assistance? If all those things you see, all those wonderful things you see and you are preaching are real. Imagine a pastor that tell you God to call him, or a dibia that tell you God to call him, and then begging you for what to eat. They need your fowl, they need your yam, they need your money. The God that called them cannot provide those things. We need to wake up, and that's why I want to go in it to change all that. It's not a spiritual thing. I have shared that video with you. I was doing that thing, breaking the color. So the person on him more. I said, I want him more. Can name it. It's not a spiritual thing. I'm the one breaking the color. And let me tell you why do we spiritualize that color? And we say it's our culture. What does it do? What does it add to our life as a people? I want somebody to tell me. Oh yeah, before we do anything, we break cola. We use it to pray empty wishes. Breaking cola. Cola is ordinary fruit like Coca-Cola. Don't you drink it? You see, you drink Coca-Cola, but you can't use your own to make something to drink. All you need, you break it. I give this one to the gods. I give this one to the ancestors. I give one to water people. I give this one to land people. Okay, I eat this one. May everything I'm looking for, may it come to pass. That is bullshit. It's empty. You see me, I'm participating in them to expose them to you, to understand we are the one doing all that thing. It's not any spirit. If you believe a spirit created you, and that spirit is waiting for you to do anything, you are stupid. A spirit that created you should be able to supply all your needs. Don't tell me, no, he created you to provide for yourself. That's bullshit. And you are worshiping the spirit also. He's created you to worship it. You are the one doing it. If you worship yourself, which is wrong too, you don't need to worship yourself. Just enjoy your life. It can be demonstrated but expressed. In Igbo language, we call it akụkọ na egwu. And when you talk something that doesn't make sense, Igbo person will tell you, akụkọ na egwu Mike Ejeagha, especially those from main Igbo area. I don't mean those that scattered. Everywhere they scatter is Igbo, but they tell them it's only these 5 states in Nigeria. Bullshit. Akụkọ na egwu Mike Ejeagha is folklore. It's story. You tell children to sleep or to entertain them. His stories others used to make up. It's not real. You cannot demonstrate them. You cannot prove them. Whether in spirituality or religion, they hate that word, prove it. They want you to believe it. No, but they need to prove it. The God, Spirit, Satan, Jesus, demon, and ancestors you saw were figments of your imagination. It is called inner voice. It is your imagination. It is in your head. There's no place it is. There's no spiritual world where voice is coming to you from. Oh, the air is coming from the air. Yes, the air. Where are you? Where is the air? You are in the air is in you. You don't know that? It is real only in your head, but not in reality. Look at how he put it in 1 Kings chapter 19. Where 1 Kings chapter 19, 9 to 12. About, I think it's Elijah, right? 19. Elijah was running away from that woman, Jezebel. And then after God, according to the Bible and other, from verse 9, 1 Kings chapter 19, and we read 9 to 12. He said, and there Elijah went into a cave and spent the night in that place. Another word, night. Remember, night. It's either you see night or sleep. That's when you see people having vision, dreams, revelation. Must be in the night or while they are sleeping. It must be in the night, not in reality. And behold, the word of the Lord came to me. It's always the word. In the beginning was the word. It was never the truth. It's the word. I heard a word. I heard a voice. He said, the word of the Lord came to me, or came to him, and he said to him, the Lord said to him, what are you doing here, Elijah? God, what are you doing here, Elijah? Why are you calling me that? Are you the one that gave me that name? So he said, I have been very zealous for the Lord God of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant, torn down your altars, and killed your prophets with the sword. It's not black people, it's Europeans. They are the one that did all that killing. I alone am left, and they seek to take my life. He's running away. Servant of God. Ordinary one woman want to kill him. He's running away. Then the Lord said to Elijah, go out and stand on the mountain before the Lord. And behold, the Lord passed by. A great and strong wind tore into the mountain and broke the rocks in pieces before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. Let me say it again. He said, a great and a strong wind tore into the mountain and broke the rocks in pieces before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. So get to that mountain, you will see, the wind will blow. God was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. Okay, that one did not work. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. Anywhere they tell you God is God there, you will never see God. That's what I want to bring out from this. It's in the Bible. It was wind first. Oh, the wind of the Lord. The wind is spirit. He said, whoever is born again is like the wind. You know, you cannot tell where it's coming from, where it's going. And he said, the Lord is not in the wind. He said, how about earthquake? The Lord is not. Listen, there's no God in your problem unless you believe in spirituality and religion. And that's the people that created all the problem in this world. That's why I can tell you, at the root of every problem in this world is God. And that's why we are doing everything possible to make people to wake up. So we begin to reject God and begin to embrace ourselves. We begin to treat one another with empathy, you know. Treat one another as we treat ourselves. Not with any, you don't need any law to do that. You don't need any commandment to do that. You don't need any fear to do that. You don't need any faith to do that. It's natural to care for one another. And after the earthquake, a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. There's no place you say God is that God can be found there. God is not anywhere. Remember, he went there to see, maybe if he will see God. And after the fire is still small voice, still no God. Even in that still small voice, no God. But they will wake up, tell you, yeah, that's the voice of God. No God anywhere. Oh, Benny Hinn made a lot of money writing books from this nonsense place, especially that still small voice. This boy, I heard the Lord. Only you hear that still small voice, but they tell you the voice of the Lord is like thunder. It's everybody's every one of you that gathered before God is supposed to hear His voice at the same time. In fact, no matter where you are, if you believe God created you, if you believe you are a child of God, all of you believe you are children of God, all of you supposed to be hearing the voice of that God. If there is any spirit speaking to anyone in your village, that spirit is supposed to be speaking to all of you. If not, it is called hallucination, illusion, delusion, schizophrenia. It's not real. Africans, let's wake up. That's why no matter what you claim to have in the spirit, somebody with money pass you, somebody with weapon pass you, somebody with even ordinary word pass you. You cannot go to any court and win any case. No, but it's a spirit that tell me that spirit is my witness. You can never. Nobody has gone to court by faith. But they tell you by faith this, we live by faith and not by sight. Why you see pastors arresting people, instead of doing it by faith, let them arrest you by the Spirit. After all, they say they are God, we arrest you and force you to become a preacher of that God. Nonsense. Slavery God. It's auditory hallucination. That's what is called the voice of God in your head. The voice of God or the Spirit of God in your head is auditory hallucinations. It's mental health condition. The reason why they remove illness and put health, because some people are feeling offended when you use mental illness. So they say use mental health. It's a mental health conditions. It's not spiritual anything. You got mental problem. You are believing what you hear in your head and taking it seriously. You are suffering from what is called schizophrenia. You have bipolar. But what is spirituality? Well, just as say, what is so one of them go to dictionary. I say, can you read that thing you just post there? Eh? It is something you just considered. It's not something that is concrete. You are the one that made it up. You say, okay, yeah, this is split. This thing, I saw it in my vision. You know, he said if I leave it for 10 years here, I will begin to see wonders. That's what any native doctor that comes to me, I will say, what is my benefit? That's what I'm doing now. For this, I say, what is my benefit? If it's not benefiting me, I don't want to support it. And I can support it first time, and I wait to see the benefit, I don't see it, and not continue with it. That's how it's supposed to be. I can't force you to stop believing, but at least try to prove what you believe. Try to see what you believe. Anyone that tell you to believe without sin is deceiving you. What is spirituality? I like the way one of our ancestors, Dr. Ben, put it. He says spirituality is the doing of what you call spiritual. You are doing it and you say it's spirituality. You say, I'm doing spiritual thing. Somebody is sacrificing, say he's doing spiritual thing. Somebody breaking cola, he's doing spiritual thing. Somebody taking water and is doing incantation. He says it's a spiritual thing. No, you are the one doing it. It's not any spirit. You are the one doing it. You don't need to do anything for any spirit. If that spirit exists, let that spirit do that thing by itself. No spirit can do anything. That's why they need you. They need your potentials. And you give it to them foolishly. They are not even benefiting you, yet you believe them. That lady, I shared the video. She said, what can we do with spirituality? These Africans talking all this nonsense about spirituality. And one of them that I think is a native doctor have a deformed hand somewhere, somehow. And he was watching it like, you know, he said, don't blame her, she don't know. And he begin to give definition of what spirituality is. That's why he share it. He says, see, you can't have science and technology without UFO. That's Africans. Many people in Africa, you know, I don't know how they read news or watch television, and they run with something. They don't know the difference between real news and maybe what people made up like propaganda. They're selling their things. Many things we call the truth today is white lies. But you say it's true because they taught us that, they made us believe that. That's why you believe we share the common DNA or common ancestor with monkeys. No, they are the one that did that, not us. We are the original people. We are earthly. We are not like any animal. Mm-hmm. So, it is the doing of what one claim is of the spirit or spiritual. But when you check the definition in the dictionary, let me go to dictionary because that's where spirituality. What is spirituality in your language? Tell me in the comment section if you care. Yes, spirituality, it said the state, quality, or fact of being spiritual. Not being spiritual and the kind of fact of, it's supposed to be fact of being spiritual. What? A religious belief or manner of pursuing a religious life. It's a manner of pursuing a religious or spiritual life. You are the one pursuing it. It's not pursuing you. You are the one. People made it up and you join them pursuing what you gonna. Will I say it's like a dog chasing its tail? No, it's not. Or a dog calling its tail spirit. He said that's spirit. That spirit, are you chasing the tail? You can never. So this is what they tell you, spirituality. Let me ask Google, what is spirituality? Or spirituality definition. Spirituality definition. Okay, see, spirituality is a broad concept that can be defined as a person's search for meaning and purpose in life and a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. You see, they make you believe, yeah, you have a divine connection. You are connected to something greater than. There's nothing greater than you. You need to be connected to. If that thing is greater than you, you'll be solving all your problems. If that thing cannot solve your problem, it's not greater than you. You are greater than that thing. Anything you're giving food to, you're greater than that thing. Anything you're worshiping, you are greater than that thing. I'm telling you. You don't need spirituality in the real sense of it, of life. You don't need spirituality. You don't need religion. They are mere belief system. No, then let me ask, what can spirit do in reality if you believe spirit created you? If a spirit that created you should be able to do, because you know what is the hardest thing is to create you. So other things supposed to be simple to that spirit. That's why I say, like when you read Jeremiah 32, 17 and 27, he said, there's nothing too hard for God to do. Spirit to do, right? And also Mark 10:27, he said, with men it's impossible, but not with God, for with God all things are possible. The spirit that created you should be able to do all things for you. Stop giving excuses for that spirit. You do something, you say, oh, I pray to that spirit, but I still have to go and walk. That for the spirit to have grant to bless me. Yeah, you are stupid. If you after prayer you still have to walk, stop praying. Then continue walking. And that prayer cannot do anything, cannot change anything. But your work will change a lot of things. Please, we change you can have money to take care of yourself and look better. Listen, the spirit that created you don't need you to speak for it. The spirit that created you don't need you to fight for it. The spirit that created you don't need to do anything for it. Think. With spirit, all things are possible. So why are you the one feeding the spirit? Why are you the one going to deliver a message for spirit? If that spirit is real, that spirit that is speaking to you, let it speak to me too. Think, my people, let us wake up. There's no way you can defend spirituality rationally. You must be out of your senses to defending spirituality and religion. A majority of our people will get offended hearing these things because they value spirituality dearly. They easily offended when you said there is no God, or there is no spirit, or that heaven is not real, hell is not real. You are telling them to abandon everything they hold dearly, and these things are not real. They are not serious things. You don't need them. Go for what is serious, like science, technology. That's what we need, knowledge. Whatever we do, say, or think is natural and nothing spiritual, my people. Stop immortalizing or spiritualizing your illusion, delusion, and hallucination. Let us call a spade, not a garden tool. Let us call things what they are. Oh, spirituality is me pursuing the purpose of life. There's no purpose of life. There's no purpose to life. There's no purpose for life. It is people making up those things. Oh, the principle to this. People making it up. And those things limit us. There's a law for this. There's law of this, law of nature, law of this, law of that. You are the one that made those laws. And the bad part of it, you're using it to control others. That's what makes it wrong. Really wrong. When you want others to believe what you believe, when you want them to have faith you have, to believe there is God because you believe so, and you said only a fool say if there is no God. That fool is wiser than you. At least learn from that fool, because if there is God, you won't even need to tell that fool about God. That God will do it itself. Any spirit you are helping or speaking for is useless to you. It cannot solve any of your problems. Can't you see all the problems we have, at least as a people? Has any god or goddess or spirit or ancestor been able to solve it? What is the benefit of spirituality to you, Africans? What is the benefit of that you are ordinary? What is the benefit of your omenani? What is the benefit of your culture? What is the benefit of your tradition? Things that don't benefit us, let us trash them, put them in the trash can, burn them. Let us go for what benefits us. What can put food on our table? What can farm our land? What can mine our mineral resources and make us live better life? Look at Dubai of yesterday. They have surpassed every country in Africa by miles. They are religious people too, but they know religion will never push you forward. It's science, and they invest in it. Go there today, you see the result. And religious people in Africa are also going to Dubai. Some of them, they say they eat shit to make money. Some of them, they lick wound. They say they do many nonsense things. Religious people from all over the world going to Dubai for money. And after they say there is God. The God that cannot give you the money you need is useless to you. Gordon.